Use the retarder pedal for smooth and planned speed reduction, and the service brake pedal for stopping the machine. The accelerator pedal is located to the right. The All Diff Lock button is located on the floor. The Volvo integrated co-pilot screen includes controls for work lights, warning beacon and climate. The dynamic instrument cluster or central instrument panel includes tachometer, speedometer, indicators for gear, warnings, side and slope, as well as indicators for fuel and AdBlue or DEF. The dynamic instrument cluster will also display a warning if the side and slope inclination is too high during a dumping sequence. The Volvo integrated co-pilot provides the operator with important information. All vital machine functions are monitored, and specific system data is displayed if a problem occurs. Examples of such functions are the engine, transmission, hydraulics, brakes, electrical system, machine information, and service. The settings for several machine functions like climate, light, and radio are also controlled in the Volvo integrated co-pilot. The Volvo integrated co-pilot also registers and saves operating data during the work cycle, including fuel consumption, speed, gradient, cycle count, and distance in real time. The dynamic instrument cluster is also an important source of information, providing the operator with warnings and data. But for more detailed information, the operator should check the Volvo integrated co-pilot. He or she can also consult the operator's manual for more information. The instrument panel contains a number of switches and buttons, controlling a variety of functions. To the left, we have the controls for hazard flashes, headlights, and electric operation of rear-view mirrors. And to the right, hydraulic suspension, emergency stop, and ignition. The ignition has 4 positions: the off position, radio position, running position, and starting position. The ignition lock also controls the electrical main switch. The machine's control panel contains several switches, some of which serve dual purposes. The cruise control switch, however, does not. Its upper and lower sections are used to set the speed and to increase or decrease it respectively. Next is a dual-purpose switch. Pressing the upper section engages the engine brake, while pressing the lower section activates the downhill speed control. The next switch is also dual-purpose. Pressing the upper section engages the longitudinal differentials, 6x6, while pressing the lower section activates automatic traction control, ATC. Next, we have the gear shift inhibitor, and immediately to its right is the gear selector lever. And to the right of that lever is the tipping lever. A bit further down is the parking brake, and to the right of this switch is the storage box for hot or cold meals or drinks. D stands for drive, forward operation, and the transmission shifts automatically. The new gear shift lever is equipped with a spring-back control connected to the D and R positions. The chosen gear is displayed in the dynamic instrument cluster. The machine will automatically shift to neutral when the parking brake is engaged, but you can still shift to neutral manually using the N-marked switch. Pressing the plus or minus switch activates the limited shift range and sets the highest gear the machine can use. The gear shift inhibitor is used to hold a gear in certain situations. It's activated manually, using the round button to the left of the gear shift lever on the control panel. The gear shift function holds the current gear and prevents the machine from unnecessary shifting between gears. The dynamic instrument cluster will show you when the gear change inhibitor has been activated. The machine features several safety functions that protect the engine and transmission. An example of this is that the gear selector automatically returns to neutral gear when the machine is turned off. This means that the machine cannot be started with a gear engaged. Consult the operator's manual for more details. The Volvo articulated hauler offers powerful and accurate steering. The hitch gives you a great off-road mobility without frame twist. When turning, make sure that nobody is standing close to the machine, as the machine folds at the hitch. It's also important to know that the front end of the trailer moves outwards when turning. Pay particularly close attention when operating in narrow, tight areas. To set your speed, use the downhill speed control. If the ground conditions are slippery or icy, the retarder can be an alternative. Once you release all pedals, your hauler will maintain the current speed automatically. Press the accelerator to increase the speed and use the retarder or brake pedal to decrease it. Volvo articulated haulers have retardation systems, which provide speed control during the whole work cycle. For example, when operating downhill and when slowing down before curves. The Volvo engine brake is activated with a switch on the instrument panel to allow continuous use of the engine brake. When activated, it is automatically applied when the throttle pedal is released. The operator can maintain higher average speeds throughout the work cycle, thanks to fast response, high continuous availability, and high performance of the retardation systems. Use the retarder pedal for planning speed reduction and the service brake for stopping the machine. Once activated via the downhill speed control switch, the function will automatically maintain the set speed. The ATC switch controls the automatic and manual modes, which means that 4-wheel drive and 6-wheel drive are controlled automatically when the function is activated. The ATC automatically selects 6 or 4-wheel drive, depending on the ground conditions. The ATC also comes with a terrain memory, an automatic function that identifies and saves slippery surfaces using GPS locations. It will then automatically activate 6-wheel drive when you approach the slippery terrain during the next driving cycle. In extremely soft or slippery conditions, use the All Diff Locks floor button. This will engage all differential locks so that all wheels turn at the same speed as long as the button is pressed. Differential locks may be engaged on the run, but make sure that none of the wheels are spinning. This can damage the differential locks. Release the throttle before engaging the locks, and remember to disengage the locks before operating on firm ground or at high speeds. Machines equipped with hydraulic suspension have automatic leveling for improved productivity and operator comfort. Remember to lower the suspension when parking, before servicing, or when transporting the machine on a trailer.